stormy winter night. We have dead bodies, we have missing people, and no police is able to come up. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel and a reading vlog. I thought we could start right away with some fun stuff, and that is opening packages. So I bought, as I mentioned in my last vlog, 2 used copies of books on Vinted, and they arrived on the same day, which is very convenient. And I'm gonna show you a funny thing. Look at this comparison. Kind of funny. I did not look this small in the photos, and this was just so big. It's just really funny. Anyways, I'm excited for these. Let me start with this small little one, if I can get this open. A Graveyard for Lunatics by Ray Bradbury, and this is such a cute little copy. It doesn't look small, but in comparison to the other package, it looks really small, and it's a small little paperback. And I just saw this on Vinted and I was drawn to the cover. I thought it looked really cool, and then I looked up the author. It's apparently like a really old famous author, and it was a cheap copy, so I bought it. It's giving fall Halloween vibes, which I'm very sad about that it's not. So maybe we won't read this one today or this week, but I'm excited to have it, and I thought it was really cool. Okay, and next up we have this big package. Oh my god, do you know how rare it is to find hardback covers on Vinted, like used good hardback covers of books that you want for cheap? It's very rare. So I saw this picture of just the book and I couldn't see if it was paperback or hardback, so I asked her and she was like, hardback. And as soon as I got the response, I clicked it home, because of course this is a book that I've been wanting to read for a long time. I just never have, and I got it, and I'm so excited. This might be a book that I'm starting today, because I feel like the other one just doesn't really fit the vibe, as I've said. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about it, except that it's a thriller, and that's about it, honestly. As I mentioned, but yeah, as I mentioned, I don't know a whole lot about it, except that it's thriller, but it sounds very intriguing, it looks very intriguing, and I'm excited to hopefully start this one today. But yeah, these are the 2 books that I got, and look at this. This is funny and cute, but yeah, I'm happy about my purchases. Oh my god, look what I saw. I didn't see it until now when one of my cats dragged the paper away. But she wrote a note and thanked me for buying it. I don't know which one it was. It was different sellers, but this is so cute. It's in Danish, so but I understand mostly of it, but it's just cute. Today I also need to, but I want to, because school starts soon, or it's like 4 weeks, but still I feel like I'm not prepared. So I am gonna fire up my big computer on my desk, which I haven't used for quite some time, so it needs a good old cleaning, also the desk and just all my course literature. Just like, it's chaos out there, but I need to fire that up and do some things for school. Like, I need to rehearse like a med calc, because I know it. As soon as I like rehearse it, I know it. It's been such a long time now. I feel like that I've used it, and you know, I feel like I want to be prepared for the semester that's coming up, and just like small stuff like that. Make sure that everything is in order on the computer and like that everything's working, and that I have all the course literature for my next course and everything. If not, maybe I need to order some books. I don't know, like stuff like that. And just feel like my anxiety can calm down a little bit. My cats are on fire today. They are energetic. But yeah, so I'm gonna do that before I start reading, I think, because otherwise I feel like I might not end up doing it, which would be a shame. I also need to contact my writing partner for this big essay that we're writing this fall about what we're gonna write about, because that's also a big thing that needs to be decided, you know. This is what we are, working with. So just like a quick little cleanup and refresher. It is about 11:30 and I'm soon heading off to work, but I wanted to give you a little update before I head out for the night. I've gotten up to page 82 and let me tell you something. This book on a stormy winter night or even a stormy winter day would be immaculate. But that's not our reality right now. It's really warm and really sunny, and I feel like I'm just not getting in the zone. I'm not getting the vibes that I would want from this book because of that. It's still good, don't get me wrong, but for me, I feel like that does a whole lot. The weather, the vibe, where I'm at when I'm reading it, and I'm just not getting those vibes that I feel like you could get from this book. But anyways, we follow this girl who is a detective that's currently on leave, for something that happened. It's like a case that she went on and something happened. You haven't really gotten to know really what, but I feel like we're getting there. Something happened and she had to quit for a while, and she kind of has troubles and remembering things from that. She's also lost people in her life and she's struggling, and she gets invited by her brother to this hotel in the Swiss Alps that used to be a sanatorium. And you know, it kind of has those feelings still, even though it's renovated and stuff. It kind of gets these eerie, creepy feelings. And this girl, immediately when she gets there, she's like, I don't like these vibes, something is wrong. Like, she can just feel that something is wrong and she doesn't like it. She's having a really hard time. And yeah, she has a complicated history with her brother, and it's just very awkward and very, you know. We also have different perspectives. Like, we have something that happened a few years ago when the architect that designed this place, the hotel, went missing, and other people that have gone missing and right before they went missing. And every one of these people before they went missing, they all experienced the same thing. And it's very creepy and very eerie. And I just feel like the whole scenery is it's a lot, you know. You can really see it because it's so well described. You know, in the Swiss Alps, it's like high up on the mountains, very far away from civilization. It's just like woods and it's just like snow. It's just, yeah, I feel like the setting does a lot. Now we have just something big has just happened and they're trying to figure out what is going on. But I haven't read a lot. I have a lot left, but I'm not going to be able to read more today because I work the entire night and then I'm gonna be just home sleeping. And then tomorrow I work as well. But I'm off the entire weekend, so hoping to get some more progress done then. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. But as I've said, the whole vibes and setting and stuff, I feel like that would just been so good if I felt the same here, where it's like stormy winter day, or even stormy, like stormy dark night. I don't know, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far, even though I haven't really gotten too much into it. Okay, it is Friday and I wanted to give you an update on the book. I've gotten up to page 157. I've read some today, but also read some yesterday before work, and I am off now for 3 days, which is very exciting. So I'm hoping to read more and give you more thoughts, and hopefully finishing it this week. But thoughts on this book: I am not loving it, and it's finally actually picking up, so I might regret saying that, but I haven't enjoyed it so much so far, but it is finally picking up. But I think there's a few reasons for me personally that I'm not loving it. I do think the characters are a little bit boring. This main character that we're following, I'm not saying her name because I talked to my partner about this because it's a Swedish name and this is obviously a book in English, and they are from the UK, and I've never heard or seen this word in another setting than Swedish, and it is a Swedish name, so I don't know how to say it in English, so I'm just gonna say this main character, this girl or this woman, so you guys know. It's just weird for me to say it in any different way that I would be saying it here, so but whatever, you guys don't care. This main character that we're following, I get that she's struggling. She has some bad shit in the past that's happened, and it's obviously haunting her a lot, and it's affecting her relationship with her boyfriend that's actually also on this trip. I don't know if I mentioned, I think I did not mention that she has her boyfriend with her, and you know, he's very ready to take the next step to move in together. And this main character, she's in her 30s, I can't remember exactly, and I guess that he's too. They have been together for a few years and he's ready to take the next step, you know, to move in together, and she's just not ready because she's just not feeling herself, because there's a lot of trauma that's haunting her, and she's just not in a good place. And she's also have complicated history with her brother, who's on this trip. He's the one who invited them for his engagement party. Her brother's now fiance has disappeared, and this main character thinks that her brother might have something to do with it because of something that happened in the past, but she's not sure. And she's also, you know, a former police detective, so she's obviously knows this type of thing. So she's kind of taking the lead because of something that's recently happened. So we have disappearances, not only of this, her brother's fiance, we have followed another few perspectives of people that have gotten abducted, and every one of these people, how they describe the people that's taking them. I can't. There's a lot of things that I don't find creepy, I don't find whatever, but the masks that they are describing them to be wearing, I can't. That's the worst thing ever in my entire life. I can handle a lot of things, but not these types of masks. I just can't. I just can't. There's something about it. I don't know. It's very fucking creepy and I don't even want to imagine it. I think that's why it's so hard to read also. I'm just like, this is not fun. This is not the vibe. Also, I think this would be a perfect fall and winter read, so I'm just not in the vibe when it's just really warm and sunny outside. But yeah, it's just a little bit boring. I feel like the character's a little bit boring, and the only thing that's kind of keeping me interested right now is what's going on. And that has also kind of been slow, but it's finally picking up. We finally have some discoveries, and I'm just hoping for more of that soon. But I have a lot left, so I'm afraid that it's gonna be more boring parts. I obviously don't know, so we will see about that. I don't know, I'm enjoying the thriller part of it, where it's like I want to know who is behind it and stuff, but other stuff I'm not enjoying as much. Main character, things are starting to happen to her too. She's feeling like someone is stalking her, and she had an incident at the pool, and it's just scary as fuck. Her boyfriend just feels like they should leave. She's not really wanting to leave, but he's like, we gotta go because you're not feeling well here. It's just, this is not good for you, because she's so paranoid and she keeps getting flashbacks from everything that's happened, and it's just not a great place for her. But where I'm at now, they have just found out that they have to evacuate because of the snowstorm that's coming, and I know that her brother is not going to be evacuating because he wants to stay put and find his fiance, or so he says, I don't know, but everyone else is asked to evacuate, and we will see if this main character does it or if she's gonna stay put with her brother. I don't really know, but I feel like she will, because we obviously have a lot left, and the whole thing about this book is the setting, so I don't think she's gonna leave. I think she's gonna stay put, but I don't know. Her boyfriend definitely wants to leave, so we'll see. But yeah, page 157, have a lot left. Hoping to read some more today. My boyfriend is also off this weekend, so we have the weekend off together, which I feel like it's been a while, so we might do stuff together, and I won't spend the entire weekend reading as maybe I would if he worked. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the sanatorium so far. I'm also heading out later to post some packages because I've sold some books. I've sold a lot of books, but I feel like it's kind of been dead on there recently. But I sold 2 books, and I'm going to package them and then send them away. So that's also on today's agenda. But let me show you guys which 2 books I've sold. So first up, I sold My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I have read this once. It was okay. Nothing I really am going to ever read again, so I'm selling this one. Next, someone bought this one. It's a Harry Potter, the first book in German. Why did I buy it? That's a very good question, but now I'm selling it. A little while later, I've gotten up to page 222, and we have a hotel that, you know, was evacuated, as I've said, but this main character and her brother and a few other guests and a few people of the staff didn't make it out because of circumstances. We have dead bodies, we have missing people, and no police is able to come up the mountains because of the weather, so they're kind of on their own. Luckily, the main character is a former detective, so she's kind of leading and taking the role as the leading investigator in all this, with help from the police on the phone and stuff. There's a lot going on, and we have disappearances and things happening that kind of feels connected, but just don't really know how yet. But yeah, I still have some left of it. I feel like it's a pretty big book, but I feel like we're getting more answers and just everything that we want. But I'm excited to see how everything is connected. The people, you have like a lot of history, and you get to know that, oh, that person knew that person, and the one who was killed knew that person who's missing, and just a lot of that. And you're kind of trying to figure out how it's all connected. But yeah, I'm hoping to read more tonight. I feel like I'm into it more now just because more stuff has happened. So I might stay up tonight and read, which sounds very cozy to me. Okay, so I just finished The Sanatorium by Sarah Pierce, and you guys saw a bit of reaction last night when I read late in bed. It was not because of who the killer was and who was responsible for the murders and disappearances. It was just some shit about her past that just made me, when I thought about it, it was like, okay, it does make sense, but in the moment I was just so surprised that I got that reaction. I did think it was boring and slow in the beginning. It took a while to get into it and really get it going, in my opinion. But once it did, I did enjoy it. For me, as I've mentioned, the setting has been really freaking scary. And now in the end, we got to learn a lot more about the past of this hotel, the sanatorium that used to be. And just had a lot of secrets there that you weren't aware of that's now come up to the surface, and how that's related to the killings and the disappearances and just everything awful that's happened now. And the ending was kind of crazy. I did not expect the person who was responsible to be responsible, let me tell you that. It was a crazy ride with a lot of twists and turns, I feel like, but that's good. I feel like that's, you know, that's a good thriller then, when you can't really figure out who's behind it. So in that way, it was a good thriller. Just really atmospheric, with the up high in the mountains, far away from civilization in the Swiss Alps, and this hotel that's been a sanatorium in the past. Just very spooky, and snowstorms, so that you have to evacuate the place, and even that was not possible, and no one can come up to you, no police, not even like in a helicopter, just no one there to rescue you. No, murders are happening, dead bodies are showing up, and no police can come. Like, it's really fucking scary. And you know that the murderer is among us. There's someone here, a guest or the staff, you know that that person is here, and that's really scary. So, but yeah, overall a good thriller. I did not love it. I feel like I did not love it as a lot of people seem to do. I feel like a lot of people gave these 5 stars and just like read it in one sitting. I could not, but that's okay. But a good thriller. After a while it did pick up and I did enjoy it. I'm probably gonna give it 3 stars on Goodreads, something like that. Yeah, maybe also because it's not really the vibe now. This is not a summer book, as I've mentioned, and I will also mention that the main character is a little bit boring, and I do stand by that. I do think so. It got a little bit better towards the end, maybe, but you know, a little bit boring there too. But yeah, that's my thoughts on this book. Okay, I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in one of my next videos.